The edge of what's next usually looks like a gadget. This time, it looks like a spreadsheet, one with roughly 39 million rows, each one a Californian who got a driver's license and never signed up for what happened next. Because quietly, with almost no press and no big announcement, California agreed to feed those license records into a shared national system. No opt-out, no form to fill out. And the question that should be nagging at you is simple. Who actually gets to look at all of this, and why is it happening right now? Here's what was actually agreed to. California's legislature signed off on the state joining something called the State-to-State Verification Service, or S2S. It's run by AMVA, the American Association of Motor Vehicle Administrators, which is a nonprofit association of state DMVs, not a federal agency. The whole point of S2S is to let states check whether someone already holds a license somewhere else, so you can't quietly carry two. Now, technically it isn't one giant federal database sitting in a basement in DC. It's more like a shared pool that every participating state can reach into. But if you're one of those 39 million people, that distinction may not comfort you much. Your record is now discoverable across state lines whether you like it or not. And that's the part that stings the most. There's reportedly no way for an individual driver to say no. With a lot of privacy programs, you can opt in, opt out, request deletion, something. Here, from what's been reported, participation isn't a choice you get to make. Your record goes in because your state said yes, full stop. Notice the pattern. Every surveillance system gets sold as just stopping fraud. This is where you have to be careful, because there's what's documented and there's what's feared, and they're not the same thing. The organization Papers, Please, a privacy watchdog that scrutinizes ID systems, along with other advocates, has raised the alarm that federal agencies could potentially query or receive data flowing through networks like this, and their sharpest worry is immigration enforcement getting a window into state DMV records. Now let me hedge clearly, because this matters. S2S is built for state-to-state license verification, and I haven't seen hard confirmation that it hands bulk data straight to federal immigration authorities. What advocates are pointing at is the risk, the architecture, the precedent, the way access tends to widen once a pipe exists. The fear is plausible. The proof of routine federal access is not fully established. Hold both of those in your head at once. Because here's why this doesn't feel like an isolated story. Think about Real ID, the federal standard that reshaped what a driver's license even is and what it takes to board a plane. Think about automated license plate readers quietly logging where your car goes, night after night. Think about how each of these started as a narrow, reasonable-sounding fix, and how, stacked together, they add up to something bigger, state DMV data slowly merging into national infrastructure. Any one piece is defensible. The pattern is what should make you sit up, because nobody ever votes on the pattern. You only ever get asked about the next small, sensible step. Notice the pattern. Every surveillance system gets sold as just stopping fraud, and every single one does far more than that once the data exists. Now, let me steelman the other side honestly, because there is a real argument here and it deserves better than a strawman. Duplicate licenses are a genuine problem. People use a second license in a second state to commit fraud, to dodge suspensions, to build synthetic identities, to steal someone else's. If you've ever had your identity stolen, you know it's not abstract. It's months of your life clawing back something that was yours. States have a legitimate interest in catching that, and cross-checking against other states is a reasonable way to do it. That's not paranoia. That's basic administration. The fair question isn't whether the goal is valid. It is. The question is whether the design had to look like this. Could you catch duplicate licenses with a narrow query-by-query check that doesn't require pooling 39 million records into a shared national system with fuzzy rules about who else gets to reach in? Maybe the fraud problem was real, and the solution was bigger than the problem required. So let's put the stakes back on the table. 39 million people. No opt-out. A system that's technically not federal but functions like a national pool. And a genuinely unresolved question about whether and when federal agencies can see what's inside. Some of this is documented, some of it is feared, and the honest move is to keep those separate instead of pretending the scary version is confirmed. Notice the pattern. Every surveillance system gets sold as just stopping fraud, and every single one does far more than that once the data exists. Here's what you can actually do, and it takes about 2 minutes. Most states participate in S2S. Yours may already be in it. Look up whether your state's DMV has joined. Look up what your state says about how that data can be shared, and find out whether you have any say at all. Then tell me in the comments, did you know your license was probably already part of something like this? And if a story like this is exactly the kind of thing you want to catch before it's buried in a committee vote, subscribe to Brink and stick with us at the edge of what's next.